Hello there. Thanks for joining me today. This flow is going to be super nice and stretchy. We are going to begin laying on our bellies. So go ahead and meet me in your most beautiful expression of reversed Savasana. That's what we're going to call it today. I love to bring my pointer finger and my thumb into a little triangle and then bring in my forehead into the triangle. Maybe having a little shake left to right with those hips. And just coming down and dropping in. Connecting to that breath. Noticing its steadiness. I posed a question yesterday on my Facebook page. How can you control your actions if you cannot control your thoughts? Pondering that for a minute there. My belief is that our thoughts control our actions. So if we have no control of thought, we have almost no control of action. So for this class, I challenge you to ponder that question. How does it feel? How does it resonate with you? Do you attempt to control the thoughts, or do you just allow the monkey mind to be monkey-like? One more inhale, filling up the belly, and one more deep exhale here. We're going to begin by coming up through our Sphinx here. So bringing these elbows under our shoulders. Fingers spread wide, gripping the mat. Puffing the chest up. Chest should be leading our shoulders. And once you feel good here, we're going to bring chin to chest. And on an inhale, we'll look up. Stretching through the front of the neck. And exhale, we'll go back, chin to chest. And now we look up. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, we look up. Push through that chest. Exhale, chin to chest. Come back to neutral. We're going to take right ear, right shoulder. This should feel really nice down that left side. Maybe pulling a little harder than in a seated position. Your shoulders are active here. And take it to the other side, left ear, left shoulder. Getting that stretch out on the right side. Beautiful, back to center. We're going to bring this left hand into the middle. Elbow is going to stay where it is. We're going to reach around with this right hand to grab this right foot. Nice quad stretch here, staying lifted through the chest. Breathing. We're not holding or clenching our breath here. Making sure both of our hip bones are on the mat. Not collapsing into that left shoulder. And sending love to that right leg. On your exhales, just imagine that breath going to that tight place and filling it up. Gently, you can release that right leg, and we're going to pull that right knee up towards the armpit. So just slide it here. A lot of you may like to sleep this way. We're going to bring this triangle back and bring the forehead into the triangle. Another round of inhale and exhale here. We're going to shimmy onto this left hip. So we're coming in for a supine twist. So this right hand's going to come over. And here we go, trying to get our shoulders onto the mat. And then the gaze can go towards that right hand. It's okay if you've come off your mat a little bit. If it feels good, you can take this left hand to this right knee. Just a little bit of added pressure there. Not a lot, just a little. You could also take your arms into cactus if that feels nice. Big inhales through that belly. And gently we'll come back onto our bellies here. Back into our Sphinx position. Making sure those shoulders are over those elbows. Arms or fingers are active here. Big, stretchy fingers gripping the mat, pulling the chest forward. And then when it feels good, you can take this right hand into the middle. Elbow stays where it is, just hinging. And then reaching the left hand around to grab for that left foot to stretch through that left thigh. Staying lifted, not collapsing into the right shoulder here. Keeping that left hip pressed down into the mat. And sending that breath to that tight muscle. And then slowly we release that foot. And then we're going to pull that left knee up towards the left armpit here. Hands back in our triangle. Forehead in the triangle. And breathing. Just allowing the breath to be and bringing the awareness to it. Gaining the control over all the thoughts that keep popping up. Being the observer and letting them go. And slowly we're going to find our supine twist. So this right arm comes over, and then we're going to come over onto the right hip, trying to get the shoulders onto the mat. Gaze is towards that left hand. And if it feels good, you can take this right hand to this left knee and just add a little gentle pressure. It's optional. And breathing. Filling up that belly with those nice deep inhales. And very slowly, we come back around. Oh, through our Sphinx here. Puff that chest up. Feel those upper abs being stretched. And we're going to tuck the toes. And we're going to come up through plank. And then push back, down dog. Whew, oh yeah. Once you get here, go ahead and come up onto the tiptoes. Nice bent knees here. Trying to get the thighs to the chest or to the belly, whichever direction feels better for you. Pressing through both the shoulders equally here. And then go ahead and drop that left heel down. Feeling that stretch all in that left hamstring. Trying to dig the heel towards the mat. Still actively pressing through both of the shoulders. And up on the left toes. And go ahead and sink that right heel down. Trying to dig that heel into the mat. Pushing equally through the shoulders. Breathe. And left side. Nice slow walk of the dog. And switch it up. And now we're going to try for both heels, just to stretch through the hamstrings. And while we're here, we're going to walk the hands back, keeping the legs as straight as we can. Stretching those hamstrings. And once you get here, we're going to hang in our standing forward fold. You can take your hands under your feet, Allow the toes to give your wrist a nice little massage. And here we are focusing on our breathing. Being the observer of the thoughts. Allowing them to come and go. Release those hands from under the feet. Inhale up to a halfway lift. Nice long lengthened back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll root to rise. Peeling ourselves up, head and neck, come last. Opening those arms up into our Tadasana. Nice inhale and exhale here. And we're going to inhale, arms up. Come up onto the tiptoes here. And slow as ever, we are going to come on down. Slow as you can go here. Playing with the balance. How slow can we go? How slow can we go? Once you land in our little squat, we're going to bring the knees down. You can put your hand down to get them down safely. And here we are in our toe stretch, everyone's favorite. Now to get our mental thoughts off of this toe stretch, we're going to inhale the arms up. Open up to the right. Nice little twist. Inhale, arms up. Open up that twist to the left. Beautiful, arms up. And open up, twist to the right. Arms up. Open up that twist to the left. Inhale, arms up. And open, twist to the right. This time you can bring that left hand to that right leg. Maybe taking that right hand to that left foot. Breathing. Inhale those arms up. And open up towards the left. Right hand can come to this left foot. Left thigh. Left hand comes to right foot. Maybe. And we breathe. I know. Go ahead, come forward. Pat those feet out. Oh yeah, and then sit back on them. Interlace those hands behind the back. Open through the chest, trying to bring the palms to touch here. Breathing. Opening through the chest. Lifting that heart space up. Oh, goodness. Release the interlace. And let's shake those hands out. Coming forward, coming in for our downward facing dog. Once you get here, go ahead. Inhale the right leg up. 3-leg dog. Open up the hips. Maybe bend the knee. We're going to bring the right foot to the outside edge of the right hand. Coming in for lizard. Stay lifted on that back leg. Let's just stay here for just a second. Maybe a light rock forwards and backwards here. And wherever you are, I want you to heel toe that foot out just a little further, deepen the lizard here. Take this right arm up, sort of like a revolved side angle, except we're in lizard. Take this right hand up and overhead, actively reaching towards the front of the mat, allowing the legs to stay where they are. This should feel really nice. And then lower that back leg. Oh, yeah, and bring this right hand to this right leg. Maybe just a little bit of gentle pressure, allowing that right foot to roll to the outside edge, only if it feels nice. And if you would like, you can come around, bringing the forearms down to the mat, wherever you are. Close those eyes down. Go inside. Are you able to observe the thoughts and not get caught up in the thought? Very gently, we're going to come up onto our hands. We're just going to slowly come out of this. So we're going to tuck the back toes, and then we're going to step it back. And here we are, down dog. If you want to take some circles, let that right hip be my guest. Otherwise, we are all in our downward facing dog. Just take you a nice inhale and exhale here. And on your next inhale, left leg sweeps up. Open the hips, three-leg dog. Maybe bending that knee. And we're going to step this left foot to the outside edge of the mat on the left side. Back foot stays lifted. And maybe take the rocks front to back. Feeling into those hips, seeing how this side feels differently. Just taking notice of the body. And let's go ahead and take that left foot out a little further. And let's sweep this left hand up towards the ceiling. Much more interesting position, but this still feels so yummy. And then take this left hand up and overhead. Deepen that stretch just a little bit. And then when it feels good, you can lower down that right leg. Bringing this left hand to this left leg. Maybe coming onto the ball of that, or the edge of that foot. It's a little gentle pressure if it feels nice. If not, don't do it. Listening to the body. Listening to what it's telling and asking us for. And then when it feels good, you can come on down to your forearms onto the mat. If not, you can stay lifted. Whatever feels good for you here. Maybe closing the eyes down, allowing yourself to go inwards. Not losing that focus on that breathing, nice steady inhales and exhales here. Not holding or clenching that breath. Slowly, we come back up, tuck the back toes, and send that leg back. Down, dog. Yes, gonna step that right foot forward and pivot. Here we are, little standing wide-legged fold. We are coming into a seat, wide-legged seat. This is just preparing us. Nice little stretch before we sit down on the mat like this. And here we come. If you want, you can try to come however you want to get into our wide-legged seat. Once you get here, sit up nice and tall. And let's just take some sways here. Right to left. We are coming in for the side stretches. Lovely, lovely side stretches. Oh, yes. So just enjoy this little wave here. Warming those legs up for the stretches we're about to give them. And let's go ahead and plant this left hand. Right hand sweeps up and overhead. If it feels good, you can grab this right hand on this left foot. Main thing is you want to keep this chest revolved. So you don't want the chest to be caving down. You want the chest lifted. A lot of times we can do this by taking the gaze towards the ceiling. Once the gaze is towards the ceiling, we're all good. And if we're here, this is where we are. We hold this. This takes a lot of power to be able to get into these poses. It's not all about flexibility. We have to remember that. Inhale back up. Oh, yes. Right hand plants, left hand up. And overhead. Wherever it goes, let it go there. Just keep that gaze towards the ceiling. Chest is towards the ceiling or the front of the room. It's not down towards the mat. Breathing. Sending love into that tight area. And inhale back up. Recenter yourself. And you got it. We're walking the hands forward. Feet stay back. We're not allowing the feet to come forward, and the feet are active. Breathe. Inner legs. Love this. We might not, but the inner legs love this opening. A lot of you don't like frog, and this to me gives the same sensation as frog in just a different sort of a feel. I personally would rather sit in this all day than to get into frog or a box split, but that's just my personal opinion. Let me know. Do you like box splits or frogs better than the pancake? Which is more lovely for you? I like to teach it all, but obviously we do this one a lot more than the other two. Pulling those feet back, not letting them roll forward. Oh, yes. Slowly peel up. I'm going to bring this right leg over and just windshield wiper these legs left to right. Should feel really nice after all them lizards and all those stretches. Very nice and releasing here. Okay, if you're into rocking and rolling with me, now is the chance to rock and roll. And we are going to meet on our backs. We're getting ready to come in for bridge. So if you don't like rocking and rolling, just meet us in bridge prep. Oh, yes, that feels so good on my spine. My spine is hurting right now. We're doing that core burn series on the channel, and it has got me on fire. So feet on the mat, knees up, feeling for those ankle or those heels. If you can't, just shimmy the hips a little bit forward to be able to feel those heels. And then you plant your hands on the mat, big grip. And on an inhale, we lift the hips, engage the glutes and the thighs here. Gaze is up. Big smile on your face. Maybe take the hips up a little more by interlacing the hands. Tuck in the shoulders. Breathing. No holding or clenching the breath here. Oh, release. And windshield wiper those legs. Coming in for Savasana. If you want to take a heart opening Savasana, be my guest. I'm going to take my feet to the outside edges of the mat and allow my knees to drop in. This can be very nice for the low back. I'm going to bring my right hand to my belly, left hand on my heart. Breathing and being the observer. Mentally imagine yourself coming out of this body, seeing yourself laying here on this mat, taking this time for you. How amazing. You can imagine glitter and sparkles all around you. And the best part is there's no mess to clean up. Just the pure, joyful feeling. You deserve control. Control of your thoughts, which in turn controls all of your actions. You are worthy. I'm gonna love you and leave you right here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And remember, you are in control and you are worthy of that control. Have a great rest of your day. Namaste.